Hi, everyone. I'm Michelle Flemings, ER physician and leadership coach. I help women of color to regain and reclaim their self confidence, gain visibility, and the respect that they deserve in the workplace. I'm here today to talk about the fact that I don't know if you realize it, but it really is all about you when it comes to your career. And I say career on purpose as opposed to job because I believe that a job is potentially a temporary thing, a stepping stone, as it were. Your career is where you're going from point A to point B and aligns with who you are, your mission, your vision, your values, what makes you passionate, what lights you up inside and gets your belly all excited. Anyway, as I was saying, when it comes to your career, it really is all about you. It's about your goals, professional and personal. It's about your ambition and that ambition gap. What is standing between you and whatever your end point is, whether it's maybe senior VP or a corner office as a CEO of your own company? What do you want? What do you need? Where should you be? Where do you think you should be in the next 1, 3, or 5 years? What is it going to take to get you there? Reverse engineering that is what that ambition gap is all about. Do you need any more training or experience, or are you good as you are and potentially can learn on the job? That's going to depend on exactly where you're going. And okay, you say that I say that your manager isn't in your corner, and I know that that's potentially a inflammatory or aggressive term, but seriously, I think that that is the exception rather than the rule. Most managers are trying to look out for themselves and try their best to ascend in the organization. And yeah, they think about you, but very much in second, possibly third, maybe even lower on that list. So that's why I believe that it really is up to you to take charge of your career. So, where do you start? Number one, you start with your goal. Where are you going? Because without knowing where you're going, you have no idea of knowing how you're going to get there. This determines everything. So it's that reverse engineering of where am I now, but more so building backwards from where it is that you want to be and understanding what those steps, those milestones, and those timelines are to be set reasonably. Because it's not that if right now you are a manager, that all of a sudden tomorrow you're going to be the executive vice president of the company. That takes time. So as you set these guidelines and as you set these goals, make certain the milestones are relevant and are realistic. You know how we talk about SMART goals? Specific, yes. Measurable, absolutely. Achievable, absolutely. Relevant, and then time sensitive. So you gotta get those 5 in there. For ideas, maybe if you don't know how to get to the SVP level, maybe looking at people who are already there. There's a lot online about how you can get there. Sites like Indeed sometimes will have coaching, as well as LinkedIn is a very good resource as well. Also, it might make sense to look at job offers for those who are getting those potential positions or qualify for those potential positions. Most times, if you have a really reputable talent advisor, especially with that title talent advisor as opposed to a recruiter, there may be more information and more gumption in that job description that's going to help you. Another idea is, depending on your company, do you feel comfortable with mentorship? Whether it's your manager's level or what we call skip level. So skipping past your manager to the next level if that's where you'd like to be. So say in my case, my manager is a VP. My next level up is the senior VP. So I would start probably and smartly with the VP to make certain that their nose isn't out of joint, that I'm skipping over them to get mentorship from the other. Because in reality, if it's done well in a company, that VP that you're reporting to is already going to be mentoring you because and in big companies especially, they're looking to build succession plans and looking to build on the talent that they have within to create the next generation of leaders. You want to be on that list. So a skip level might be a good thing, and understanding the difference between mentorship, which is helping you along the way to gain the experience, the exposure, the connections, all of that, as opposed to sponsorship, whereas where they put their name on you and say, you're ready, and help to put the wheels in motion so you can get that position. That's a key point to understand. Also, you need to maybe change your mindset around job versus career, like I was speaking before. A job is a temporary thing. It can come and go, and sometimes it's at will. So it's at the other person's will, not yours. It's very unpredictable. But having that career journey in mind and how you're going to get there is how you're going to be successful. Next, even if it fits together in a messy way. I mean, oof, I'll share my career one day, my path. It's kind of all over the place. Messy, not quite hot mess, but messy and circuitous. So roundabout is how I got to where I am. And I'm happy to share that story privately with you. Um, but figuring out the overall pieces and how they fit together is going to be vitally important. In addition, aligning that with your passion. So sitting with yourself for time and figuring out, what is it that I really want to do? What is it that really makes me excited? Where do I think I fit in the world? What are the causes about which I am passionate or which I already contribute to? And can you possibly pull that into this role that you're looking to achieve? So how do you get there? In summary, know where you're going. So you got to start with a goal. After that, you got to figure out a timeline and who's going to help you to find the path there. Is it all on you, or are you potentially going to invest in invest in getting a mentor, whether paid or somebody maybe within your workplace if you trust that? As well, sponsorship. Consider that if you think you're really ready to launch, and you can get some allies on that. Get the expertise. Again, you can't just start from director and all of a sudden be CEO the next day. If you do figure that out, please do let us all know. I didn't speak about this before, but visibility is key. Yes, leaning in is important, and doing more than is called upon is called then you're called upon to do. That's all well and good. But do they notice you doing this awesome work? That's the important piece there. That's the magic. Because most people are like, great, their work product is fantastic. Sometimes your work product goes forward and it's not even attached with you, it's attached to somebody else. So you're not visible. Being visible and learning the art of the humble brag is going to serve you very well. That is taking the credit for the work that you do, being humble about it. Yes, this was difficult, and thank you so much for the compliment, or just thank you so much for the compliment. If there's more that I can do, or I enjoy this sort of work, laying the groundwork for the next time that they do need something difficult done, that they will come to you, and of course you'll excel, and then that's also how they'll think of you in that line of succession. So, once more to review: your goal, where you're going, and the milestones, how you're getting there. Do you need a mentor? Do you need a sponsor? Do you need some expertise? Do you need some more training, some more learning? Do you need some on-the-job training? The visibility is key, and the art of the humble brag. This is Michelle Flemings, leadership coach. Happy to talk with you, and thank you for your time.